Just if we could be silent while the company logos come up, that'd be great.
Ooh.
So again, just no talking during these this bit. Don't talk.
Don't talk?
Don't talk during this bit.
Because we're going to be uploading this, and we want to have like
a
a long play for people to look back on.
Also, that we want to be professional.
Yeah.
Like these are the people that made the game. We
they have the source code and everything.
We give our respect.
Yeah.
And like sort of like the opening of a movie where it shows the company logos, and then
someone put a lot of effort into making that logo look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And to talk over it would just be wrong.
And there's the dog that never appears again.
Oh my god, I remember that. I didn't even know what that was. I thought it was
it was the naughty dog.
I thought it was like a weird scientist.
Hey guys, and welcome.
Oh, hi.
My name is Alex Cuff. This is Off the Cuff, and I'm joined by my brother Timothy.
Hi.
What's the name of your channel? Is it still just Timothy, or have you changed it to something else?
No, I've changed it.
What is it now?
It's a brand channel now. It's called Raging Droga. You can look it up.
Oh, you went back to Raging Droga, did you?
I did.
Okay, so welcome everyone to
Thanks for keeping up.
The first video in the Crash Bandicoot End Stupid Marathon.
End Stupid.
Yeah, I tried to come up with a clever end name like they do in the End Crash series, but I just thought, no, End Stupid's better because it accurately sums up what this is. Are we gonna get the opening? Oh, we're getting the opening cutscene. We're gonna learn the lore of the original Crash, in which there isn't much. Again, don't talk over this either.
Yeah. I mean, you guys could look up a non-commentary if you want to really know the story.
Look at those
Crash
lip
Bandicoot.
syncing animations. So fun fact, he's actually talking like Crash Bandicoot.
Is he rapping, is he?
No, he's just talking very quickly.
No idea what it could
And watching this again, like, this takes me back.
Yeah.
He's been rejected.
Well, of course he's 1.0.
Cortex hates minorities.
Yeah, obviously.
He hates Oompa Loompas.
And he also hates women, clearly.
Yeah.
As you can see.
That's an Oompa Loompa woman, though.
That's an Oompa Loompa woman?
Yeah, you don't see them in the movie, but they're used for breeding.
Ugh.
That's a weird place to start this series. Okay, so
anyway, moving on.
Crash Bandicoot End Stupid Marathon. Basically, Crash 4 is just around the corner. I am thoroughly excited. It is about time.
It is about time.
It's been half my life since the last main series Crash game. Yeah. So to commemorate that, I'm going to be playing through and completing to the best of my ability every single Crash game ever.
Wow.
So we're in for a long ass ride.
Yeah.
We've got the original Naughty Dog games, the PS2 era, the handhelds, and then the 2 remake games.
To give you an idea of like the quality of the later games on the PS2, there's a reason why they're calling the new game Crash Bandicoot 4.
We'll get there.
And not like,
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Crash Bandicoot 1, released in 1996, the same year I was born. So Crash Bandicoot is me.
It's not you.
Alright, we've put this off long enough. Let's start the game. Okay, Insanity Beach. So, Crash Bandicoot 1. I'm also going to be giving my personal history with the Crash series, and you might want to chime in as well. You're not as big a Crash maniac as I am.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm not getting Wumpa Fruit from that crate. I'm going to be like 8 Wumpa Fruit short.
Time to restart the
We've
Let's
got to
Play.
start over. Just if we could be silent while the company logos come up, that'd be great.
Ooh,
okay, so Crash 1. This was the first video game I ever played, ever. I can't speak for you.
I can't. I remember, I think the earliest memories I have of a video game being played is probably Dad playing Tony Hawk.
That sounds about right, yeah. So I'll actually give you some background on, like, I don't know if you know this story, Timothy. No!
Wow, you really suck at this game.
100 Wumpa Fruit gives you a life. You gotta get all the Wumpa Fruit you can. Crash is a hungry boy.
I know he's a hungry boy. He's also going to develop gastrointestinal problems if he keeps eating this many Wumpas.
Nah, fruit's good for you. Anyway, so going into the history we've been trying to get into it for a while.
Yeah.
I still remember a day when I was in grade 1.
Nice.
So you would have been, what, 2 years old at that time?
Yeah.
This was in 2002.
Yeah.
I come home from school, and our uncle is in... Oh, no, maybe it might have been our aunt. Someone we're related to is in the living room talking to my dad about this wonderful grey box called the PlayStation, the Sony PlayStation.
Yes.
And she or he, whoever it was...
I'm pretty sure it was the he.
Well, you were 2, you wouldn't know.
No, but I remember the story.
I might have told it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, assume for now it was a he because we're sexist. He's showing my dad how to use it, how to set it up, and he shows off Crash Bandicoot in particular as like the play. As like I still remember like showing him showing us that if you jumped on the turtles, they became trampolines, and that for some reason terrified me as a kid. And that's why whenever I was playing this game as a really young person, I got to like halfway through this first level and then just stopped playing because the turtles scared me so much. Which save file should we erase?
Okay, we got 4 Tony Hawks. We got 1 Harry Potter. I don't know what the 12 one is.
That's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh,
that's the lightning bolt.
Oh, so
What's
you
the...
know?
Let's do some hazard. Hey!
Oh my god! Watch it, Bowl.
I'm just gonna save over this bad Crash file,
88,
the one that I didn't complete for some reason. Anyway, so this was the first game I ever played. It was my introduction to gaming. That's why a bunch of my gaming upbringing as a kid was very stunted. It's why when we got our PS2, I didn't know what a Metal Gear Solid was or a Shadow of the Colossus.
That's the thing. We grew up with pretty much just PlayStation and a bit of Nintendo in the handheld. Mainly.
Yeah. Our first Nintendo console was a DS,
Yeah.
which functioned as a Game Boy, but we never knew. Like we didn't really have that good access to the internet. Like we had the internet, but we weren't allowed to use it that much. So like we never really looked up games.
Yeah.
It was more just like we had a lot of licensed games as a result. Like,
yeah, that's
a lot
the
of
thing.
movie tie-ins.
I was gonna say, like, the thing is, we grew up with a pretty good consoles. The problem is, looking back at like particularly like our PS2 collection is absolute garbage.
It's very stumped. It's Crash Bandicoot, Buzz, and iToy.
And like a really crappy like Smarties. There was like a Smarties PS2 game.
I'll play that at some point.
And
on
it
the
was
channel.
real. And I thought it wasn't that bad, but apparently it's kind of garbage.
I tried to play it recently, just like to see what
Yeah.
the fuss was about, and it's like it's very bare bones.
And like the GBA, like arguably one of the best like handheld libraries ever. Again, mostly licensed trash.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know any better. And
I've got to relearn.
Obviously, our parents didn't either.
Okay. But getting back to the other side of the story, so I played this game a lot as a kid. I mainly played Crash 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Because like, when you've got all 3 games, we got all 3 games in one go.
Yes.
So when you've got access to all 3, and this game is this game, Crash 2 and 3 are infinitely better, so you're going to play that more. But I still remember, like, times at our cousin's house, playing this game with them. Slippery Climb especially, we had a lot of, like... I remember specifically when we were trying to beat Slippery Climb, all 4 of us, like, in one go, and, like... That was a lot of fun, just, like, dying constantly in that. And then, I still remember, like, the night that I first 100%ed this game, it was, like, a big moment. But, in terms of modern gaming for me, since the Insane Trilogy came out, I haven't touched this game. The Insane Trilogy fixed every problem that this game has, essentially. Like, it fixed the save system, it fixed Crash's jumping arc, it fixed, like, the movement in the air.
Yeah, can't you only save in this game when you collect?
When you finish a Tawna bonus round, or when you collect a gem or key.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah. And also, in order to get a gem, you can't die in a level. I'm not sure if that was intentional or, like, because of the way the game was programmed at the time. Oh, no!
Wow, it is our first death.
That's okay, we couldn't get this gem anyway.
It was death. We were going to go for deathless. Now we have to start over. Oh my god, 2 deaths.
I keep spinning these too early. I think this is what I was talking about. There's probably going to be a lot of muscle memory from like the Insane Trilogy carrying over. Because like I've played those games so much recently. And it's a little like the opposite of what a lot of people had a problem with the Insane Trilogy with, is their muscle memory from the original trilogy made those games a lot more difficult. So like for me it's going to be the reverse. And this game's already difficult, so...
I mean, yeah, it's like the dead meme of Crash Bandicoot and Dark Souls, the platformers.
Essentially, yeah. But what did you ever play this game, or was this?
You know what's funny? I've never actually beaten a Crash game. I've only watched you beat Crash games.
Have you ever? Well, you've played the Game Boy games on your own. I know.
Yeah, but again, like here's the thing, I have a hard time finishing games, and it's not because I don't like them. It's just that it's hard for me to stay like focused on the one thing for like long periods of time. Even if it's something that's enjoyable. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that means I have like...
no!
Oh, for God's sake.
No, Raku, there you go.
Yeah. Clip the hitbox slightly. I don't know if that means I have like ADHD or something, or if it's just something that I can like work through, but yeah. I've there's not a lot of games that I've like ever fully beaten.
You beat Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I beat, but that's like one of the few games that I've ever beat 100%. The only other one I can think of the top of my head is Shadow of War, not Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor. I beat that 100%. What else did I beat 100%? Talos Principle, I'm pretty sure I beat 100%. That's
What was that, sorry?
Talos Principle.
I'd never heard that game.
It's a fantastic puzzle game.
puzzle game, you say?
Yeah, it's really, really good. It has like a lot of interesting philosophy in it as well for like 14-year-old, you know, like
Oh no! Oh, that was
whoa,
close.
14-year-old edgelords who think they're smarter than everyone else. But no, it actually has some pretty interesting
Man, shots
ideas.
fired. Are we coming out against 14-year-old edgelords who think they're better than everyone else? That's a brave stance to make in this political climate.
It's a pretty niche market, all things considered.
Oh no, the flame.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure I beat that 100%. Didn't play the DLC for it. Probably have to at some point.
But have you ever played the original Crash game, or was that more reserved for like me when we were growing up?
Well, yeah, like I was gonna say,
you always
like...
played more Tony Hawk and like Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I have more memories of you and Dad playing PS1 than I do have me playing PS1.
Well, yeah, because by the time you would have been like old enough to like hold the game controller.
Yeah.
We had the PS2 by that point.
Yeah. And I think I was scared of playing games in the sense that I thought I'd be bad at them. So I just let you and Dad play them, and I would just watch like it was like a TV show.
Oh yeah.
And
well, you can have some fun. That's what you're doing right now.
Exactly. So it's like, for me, I have nostalgia for watching a lot of these older games than actually playing them.
All right, so this marathon, you're gonna get the same thing out of this marathon that I am, but
Yeah,
just
a little bit. It's a different
in a different
way of
sense.
enjoyment. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's for
you got to get the yellow gem, and then
The
you
yellow
can,
gem.
and those platforms activate then.
wow.
Great.
Great.
But you
you suck.
You idiot, Crash.
You moron. And now you can't save, you loser.
I already saved. I got the Tawna bonus round.
Yeah. You've already died twice though, so
I think I. No, it was just twice. Yeah.
you died to the piranha
Man,
plant.
I'm dying on the second level of the original Crash.
Dude, it's the Dark Souls of platforming. Like,
No, you're
not hard.
thinking of the easier version of this game.
oh right, yeah, the game that actually like fixed things.
The game that kept the same basic difficulty from the original trilogy, but because games have been getting easier for the last like 20 years, when a game that doesn't really like adapt to that comes out, people are like, "Oh, what is this? It's so difficult."
I don't know if it like maybe people are just looking in the wrong spot for hard games. You know?
Well, they've been teasing that Crash 4 is going to be very difficult, and looking at they recently released demos of like a few levels that are said to be like in the middle of the game, and people have said, "Oh, these are tricky." So I'm really excited to play. I'm just so everything I see about Crash 4 makes me like it even more.
Right.
Like all the news that comes out, I'm like, oh, oh, give me the game.
That's how I oh, what was it? It's a really good sign that I can't remember the name of the game I was excited for.
Got it.
What was it?
I don't know. I'm on your head.
No, I'm trying to think. Once upon a time, it was No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still called No Man's Sky, I think.
No, yeah, it's been released. And it's
Okay.
called No Man's Sky. But like, I was really excited for that game because I remember when the launch trailer announced that came out for the game, and it's the one where you start in a cave and then you go outside and you see like a big dinosaur creature, and then you get into your ship and you fly off into the solar system, and it's like, wow, the universe is so big and massive. That was like one of the few games I ever got hyped for. And in hindsight, wasn't a great game to get hyped for.
I only ever really get really hyped for games that are like in a series I'm very familiar with.
Right.
So like, obviously like Smash Brothers, I got excited for that on Switch, and the upcoming Crash game, obviously. But like, a lot of the games from like the PS4 reveal I saw, I was like, this looks pretty fun, but like, I'm not
You
getting.
mean PS5?
Oh, PS4, 5, yeah.
Yeah.
All the games from that reveal, which I watched, like, not live, but I watched that in full.
Yeah.
And I was like, a lot of
show.
these look like really fun games. I'm not super excited for any of them, except the Ratchet and Clank game.
That looks fun. What's it called again?
Rift Apart.
Rift Apart. That's like one that when I saw that, I was like, okay, now we're making for consoles another generation.
This looks like the future of gaming.
Like for me, like
You didn't jump.
we could already do that, but if we can now do it on consoles, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to the day when Red Dead Redemption 2 runs well on PC, because that game does not run
Aren't
well.
you excited to play GTA 5 on PS5
Oh, man.
and Xbox
It's
Series
not like
X?
I've actually already bought the game 3 times.
This is going to become the new Skyrim, where they just keep releasing GTA
Yeah.
5 for new
Well,
consoles.
let me think. They've released it for PS3 and Xbox 360. That was the original release back in 2012, 13.
Right.
Then they released it for PS4 and Xbox One. Then they released it for PC. And now they're re-releasing it, I'm assuming, for both PS5 and Xbox One.
Oh, it's not on Switch yet, and that's the last frontier they got to hit.
Yeah.
Portability. Play GTA 5 on the go.
See, it's one of the few things where I'll endorse a port if it's actually adding like, oh, you can play it on the go.
Or like if it's adding like new stuff on top of the original, like a definitive edition.
I mean, in that case though, I'd prefer just an update. Because that's what they did, I think, with what was it called?
I don't know. I'm in your head.
I know you're not in my head.
That's why I love doing that when people ask themselves rhetorical questions and I'm in the room and it's like going, I don't know.
I'm not in your head. I do not know what you mean. Oh, what was it called? It was like Mark of the Ninja. Mark of the Ninja, that had a remastered version which added it fixed so many added high quality cutscenes. It fixed a lot of the audio issues, and that was just like a free update for original owners of the game. Because the original, I'm pretty sure original Mark of the Ninja only rendered in 720p.
Right.
But remastered was able to go up to 4K, I think.
Okay.
And that was a free update. If you own the game already.
Everyone shut up, we've got the first boss.
Oh shit, guys, this boss is really... It's really hard, okay? It's really difficult.
It's Papu Papu, the guy who is notoriously not a joke in the Crash community. He had one kind of challenging boss race in CTR, and every other appearance he's been an absolute joke.
A joke of a boss. Look, Ori, he's got 3 hit points, he's already lost 1. And that's another.
Go on his head. I never knew that you could jump on his head when he was moving the stick around. He has invincibility frames at the start, but
and
then
he's dead.
And then Crash just leaps into the heavens.
Yeehaw! Off he goes.
I always liked trying to get Crash off frame when he does that, because he jumps from wherever you are. So if you jump in the air, it's like a precursor to the double jump where he goes boom, yeehaw!
It reminds me how in Super Mario World when they finish a boss in a ROM hack, they land on the spikes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It has the Mario end screen. There's a really famous Kaizo trap in those Mario World ROM hacks where you have to line up moving platforms because you can still die when you finish a level. So that can be a good troll. But yeah, that's not Crash.
That's not Crash. This is Crash.
This is Crash. Hopefully this doesn't crash.
Why would you put that energy into the universe?
I did not. I merely questioned it.
So for those of you who are long-time viewers of my channel, first of all, I'm sorry, but second, you might have noticed that I used to upload gaming content. I used to upload gaming videos, and then I stopped and just didn't continue anymore. Because I was halfway through Let's Plays of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelists, and you don't know Jack with the fine folks at Beta Banner.
Yeah.
And I'd also just begun Crash Bandicoot Warped Hard mode. But then I stopped because those videos were getting 2 views per video, and thank you very much for those 2 people.
Thank you for watching.
But also I looked back at the videos and I was like, wow, these are bad.
Right.
But hopefully I've learned a lot since then, and I'm hoping to come back into YouTube gaming, primarily so I have an excuse to actually not constantly play the games that I've played to death on my own time, and so I can actually play new games. So I won't get to say, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's an excuse for me to play new games. If I'm actually sitting down to record them, I'm actually gonna play the new games. Does that make sense? I've said play the new games a bunch, but
I'm assuming what you're getting at is it gives you incentive to play new stuff.
It gives me incentive to play games I haven't played before, because my game library is almost it's 30% games I haven't played, and it's 70% games I haven't beaten.
Yeah, I mean that's rookie numbers, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I mean that number's only going to increase as I get more into collecting, which I am.
Yeah, for me, right?
This is also all physical releases. I don't really play games on Steam, so.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say my largest collection is probably on Steam. I have something like 700 and something games on that, and I have on Steam you can have categories.
Yeah.
For things, and one of them is beaten or completed.
Yeah.
And the other one is the infamous backlog. another one is games I'm currently playing. And then there's like another one for like games you can't finish, but you can just play as much as you want, like TF2 and stuff like that. The Beat Not Completed has 43 games in it. The Infamous backlog has about 450 games in it.
Yikes!
So that should give you an idea of how many games I've beaten on Steam compared to how many games I've
bought.
It's not a great ratio. So at this point, I'm just looking to play the games I already have.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking to build up my hardware, not my hardware, my like physical game release collection regardless. Because like I'm one of the people that likes collecting games even if I don't play them. Because I just like watching the collection
media.
Well, physical media, but I also like seeing a collection increase.
Yeah. Especially
Especially because, like we said, we didn't have a lot of the
good stuff.
We didn't have a lot of the good stuff, but we also didn't have. What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I didn't get the box. I was like, I'll go die and go back, but then I realized, I can't die anyway. But yeah, we didn't have a lot of the good consoles.
Right.
For a long time. We had PS1, PS2, Wii, and then that was all the ones that we had for like for the house. I bought a Wii U and a Switch, and Timothy bought a PS3 and a PS4. But like that was really it for a while. Now I'm sort of expanding it out a bit. I've now got a Nintendo 64 and a GameCube, and I've also got an original Game Boy, and we've all got 3DSs.
Yeah.
But like, there's still so much like untapped market there. We don't have any of the big retro consoles or any of the Xbox line, which to be honest, I'm not particularly interested in getting.
Well, at this point, I'm not either, because a lot of what Microsoft is doing now, I really like, because they've announced recently they're not going to have any Xbox One Series X exclusives.
Yeah.
For the first few years.
Oh, come the flip on! I missed that same box again.
Why are you trying not to swear now? We've been swearing this entire video.
We haven't said the big one yet.
We haven't said the fuck word.
Well, now we have.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Xbox.
Yeah.
Exclusives.
So that means that they're gonna have stuff coming to PC.
They're gonna become
well.
purely a software development company.
Yeah, which I'm totally for. If it means that more people just get to play games wherever they want.
It's for like consoles. It's just gonna be Sony and Nintendo racing each other.
Well, it's not even that. Xbox is still, I reckon, is going to do very well, because the thing is, from what I've heard, Xbox and I mean pretty much all console manufacturers don't make money on the consoles. They make money on the software that you buy for it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they actually end up losing money when they release the consoles, because they're trying to drive the price down to get you to buy the hardware.
Yeah.
And they make the most money on the games you buy for it. So.
Oh, just that one box.
I mean, so yeah, since Microsoft is like doing stuff in the PC sphere as well as in the Xbox sphere, they're still gonna make bank. It's just they're doing it in a different way. That's more consumer friendly, I feel. But yeah, hi Crash. Please don't look at me like that ever again.
You won't have to as long as I get that damn box.
Yes, get it this time. We won't have to look at us again.
I'm trying. You think I haven't been trying to get that box?
I mean, yeah.
Damn, you got me.
I don't think you've been trying, boy. What, you haven't been playing... You don't play games 24/7? Wow, such a loser.
I actually don't. I've got more things going on.
Exactly. You're such a loser.
Look at me having more things in my life than just one thing. There we go.
Oh! I was like, he's gonna miss that box. He's gonna miss that.
I almost shat.
Yeah. Oh my god. That was like... Ooh.
That was all three. I saw the three Wumpa fruit.
I was like, that was like this close. That was like...
Oh boy.
I almost felt like that was frame perfect at the end there.
Oh, come on!
Wow. Crash Bandicoot's really hard, huh?
Man, and like when I first played Insane Trilogy, this level gave me a lot of problems as well. It's just muscle memory. That's all it is. And like it was significantly easier to hit the boxes on the animals in Insane.
Also, games were way harder back in my day.
Man, remember when they were doing constant updates for CTR, adding more characters, and people were like, they should add the Hog from Crash 1, and I'm just here being like, no.
No, that's a great idea. Why not?
The Hog has no character. It doesn't have a name.
Yeah, call it Hog Wild.
Call the Hog after the level that it originated in.
Yes, Hog Wild.
It's like calling that's like calling Crash Bandicoot Insanity Beach.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Crash Bandicoot has a name.
That's the level he began in.
How do you know that this character isn't called Hog Wild? Do you know for sure? Maybe it's called Hog Wild.
There's never once been any Naughty Dog or Sony
Have you checked
official
the wiki?
release.
Have you checked the wiki?
I haven't checked the wiki. But that's mainly out of spite because I didn't want this damn thing in CTR. I wanted Rillaroo instead.
Right.
And then he did get in, and I was like, okay, now give me like the evil twins or someone. Like someone with an actual name.
Is Rillaroo the gangster one, or is that
Gangster.
another one?
No, he's the one from Crash Bash.
What's the one that looks like a gangster?
Pinstripe.
Pinstripe, yeah. That's
Oh, I only recently discovered that his full name is Don Pinstripelli Portorotti.
Hey, what's the matter, you? Trying to shoot you with my Tommy gun.
Tommy gun.
Yeah.